Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me part number 14 as we talk about Islam in the media and Islamophobia. I apologize, in the last episode I got a bit distracted from going away from Islam in the media to apartheid South Africa, but the concept is the same depending on who is holding the camera and who is putting our brain in the cage. And as what I mentioned previously, I just could not get the name of that wonderful academic and intellectual from America who wrote many books as to explain why affirmative action is a failure. Apartheid is racism. Affirmative action is racism. You cannot replace racism with racism. You cannot replace evil of apartheid with the evil of affirmative action. You got Islam teaches if something is evil, if apartheid is evil, you got to replace it with something that is good. You cannot justify that, oh, we suffered, so let's have our own form of apartheid. Affirmative action is black racism. Apartheid is white racism. You can't replace one with the other. And I'm not saying it. Please listen to this fellow. Do your own homework. As what I said, I don't do homework for you. You must do your own homework. Please, I've got this fellow's name here. He's a well-recognized, he's a professional human being. He is an African American. He is not a white man. He is a black man from Africa. A very intelligent man who's written many books. And his name is Dr. Thomas Sowell. Go to his website. It's called Dr. Thomas Sowell TV. So you go onto YouTube, you type in the name Dr. Thomas Sowell and you put the word there TV, and you go there and look at his videos, look at his interviews he's saying challenge your intellectual limits. Because why? Because our brain is in the cage. We assume that affirmative action is going to work, but affirmative action is a total failure. It's an absolute total failure. So we need to remove our brain from the cage. And if you think that affirmative action is going to help this nation, then your brain is in a cage. Please remove that brain from a cage. And I'm not debating this. You can write whatever you want in the comments. That is your freedom of choice. All I'm saying is listen to the experts. Listen to the experts, then make up your mind. There's no point just barking. Listen to the experts, what they are saying. Right. So let's go. Let's continue with this. Is episode number 14. And we continue. We are still just in the introduction. We are still busy with the introduction. Alhamdulillah. We are still busy with the introduction. Let's go. So in this brave new world, barriers are disappearing rapidly, and the media, the internet, cellular technology, and in today's time, in addition, I'd like to add to that, we've got our smartphones, we've got our AI technology, we've got so many advances since the time that I wrote this book, alhamdulillah. So the world has totally changed. You know, this book is in 2007 that this book was published. So now it's 2024. The world has changed. The world is no longer the same from when I wrote this book, right? The world is totally changed. But the lessons are still there. Some of the lessons are still there, right? So access now to the information is quick, it's fast, it's instantaneous, it is immediate. And this information has surreptitiously entered our homes and is being fed to the new generation in the form of television, in the form of video games, in the form of internet and cell phones. And to that we add smartphones. The smartphones have taken over the world. And in a way, it's nice. It's so amazing. You know, the smartphones are so amazing. Imagine you got a camera on your phone. You know, in the old days, in those days when I had this picture of a video, in those days when you go on holiday, you have to buy these big camcorders. You carry it on your shoulder. And while the family is busy enjoying themselves on the amusement park and the rides, your shoulder is getting tired trying to carry this big thing. You must put extra batteries. You must carry a lot of batteries with you. You carry so much Kodak film. You remember Kodak film? If you have to go for holiday, you have to buy about 20-30 packets of that Kodak film because you mustn't run short of it. Then you have to come home, charge your battery, carry that big thing on your shoulder, and you have cassettes. You didn't have these memory sticks. You had cassettes. You had to record in cassettes. You know. Then you have to render it to come over. You do a rendition. It takes so many hours to transform it from an analog to a digital. It was a long process. Today you just take up your cell phone. Hello. You post it, and the world is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Today's kids are growing up in such an advanced world. They just open the cell phone. I can't do that. I'm new to social media. Even if I'm old, I can't do that. Then the kids pick up the cell phone. You see the poses. And they pose like this, and they pose like this, and they pose like this. And that's how the world is. That is how the world is. Oh, but the parts that I like about social media, the parts that I love is knowledge. There's so many things I'm learning on social because I'm a student of knowledge. I love knowledge. I'm learning things every time I open a social media page. I'm learning something new. Whether it is something happening on the Okavango Delta or the plains of the Serengeti or the new way that they're tracking the lions and the elephants. You know that elephants have got a fingerprint. Did you know that? The fingerprint of the elephant is the ear. Every elephant's ear is totally different. Did you know that? Every ear of the elephant is totally different. That is the fingerprint of an ear of an elephant. And the fingerprint of a zebra, the pattern of the zebra is totally different. It's like a barcode. Every zebra has got a barcode. That pattern is totally different. And you get some animals, their face has got a pattern, a pattern on the face, absolutely amazing. And then you see the advances that China has made, the way they build these bridges, and the way that even these aircraft carriers, the way that the drones are now taking over the world. In the old days, when you want to have a photo of elephants at the oasis or elephants at the drinking hole, you had to go to the helicopter, and the animals get scared. Now they're sending drones. But remember, private people cannot send drones on gaming on the safari games. Please, when you come to Africa, leave your drones at home. We got rules and regulations here. You could need a permission, you need license to even take out a drone. And please don't come shoot our animals. We love our animals, so please leave our animals alone. Right? So, okay, let's continue this. So in this brave new world, barriers are disappearing. However, very few people have the time and resources to verify the validity. Is the information that you are seeing on TV or the media, is it the truth? Is COVID the truth? Was COVID-19 a truth or was it a fake? Many people are saying it's a fake. Doctors and scientists are saying it's the truth. What do you say? Many people are saying that 911 was a conspiracy. It was a fake. But it was a reality in the sense it happened, but who did it? Who did it was a fake. It was a conspiracy saying, no, it was a false flag phenomenon. You know what is a false flag phenomenon? You shoot yourself in the foot and you blame the other guy, right? So what happens? Many people are saying that, no, America did not go to the moon. No one set foot on the moon. Many people are saying, yes, they did set foot on the moon. Some people are saying, no, it was a conspiracy. What do you think? What is the truth? What is the falsehood? Who is putting your brain in a cage? Is the media liberating you? Or is the media putting your brain in a cage? What is the media doing? Is the media putting you in a cage? Have you got a liberated brain? Or are you an intellectual slave, yet you think you are intelligent, yet you are a slave? That is why all forms of media have a huge responsibility to ensure, as far as possible, that the information that is being fed to the masses on a daily basis is fair, accurate, factual, and responsible. Everyone should be encouraged to embrace the new technology. However, the gigo choice is in your hand. Garbage in, garbage out. Goodness in, goodness out. Falsehood in, falsehood out. Truth in, truth out. The choice is yours. Are you choosing to use the new technology for the benefit of your brain, or are you harming your brain? Will we see a new generation of kids who are intellectually enlightened, or are they cerebrally crippled? I'm going to have kids who look so intelligent, but they're crippled in as far as the brains are concerned. And today we are seeing it. Many people have moved away from spirituality. They are spiritually crippled. They are spiritually disabled. They don't know who is God. They don't define God. Some people proudly say, me, yes, like in a very intelligent way, but they're actually very ignorant. If you act in this way, you say, yes, I'm very proud to be an agnostic. You know why? You cannot really prove that God exists, and you cannot really prove that it does not exist. That's the intelligence of my mind. So I'm actually a very intelligent person if I'm saying you cannot really prove that God exists, and you cannot really disprove that God doesn't. What, you're sitting on a fence? You think you're intelligent? As far as I'm concerned, your brain is in a cage. Why don't you have the guts to make a decision once and for all? Either God exists or doesn't exist. Don't just say I'm sitting on the fence. And the atheists deny God altogether. They say God does not exist. So my appeal to the fellow humanity, get a copy of the Quran, open the Quran, read it, and find the truth for yourself, and remove the chains around your brains. That is the starting basis for liberation, intellectual liberation. Free your brain, become free from the chains around your brains. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.